forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack making backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the Vato speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews, how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby Maine. Just caught a touchdown from the bay.
And was a lone gunman.
During the course of 19 days, 4 murder scenes, and a key suspect is 14 years old, Mikeem Thomas, who prosecutors say was advertising himself as a hired killer. Prosecutor Linda Scott told the court, "I believe he's auditioning. Look at me, Hamilton County, look at me. I'm open for business." On February 1st, 2021, Thomas is accused of using Facebook to set up a meeting with 2 people in Fairmount. When they arrive, police say Thomas opened fire. Terrence North was killed. Another person was wounded. 2 weeks later, on February 16th, prosecutors say he was one of 3 gunmen who shot 3 people. DeAndre Otis was killed, but prosecutors say he wasn't the intended target. 2 others survived. Then 2 days later, prosecutors say Thomas and another man were in Millville when they shot and killed Donnell Steele. Investigators say he was not specifically targeted. Thomas is also charged in a murder the month before in January in Avondale. 2 other men were charged as shooters in that case. About Thomas's involvement in this series of killings, the prosecutor said, "We're not stealing candy from a UDF. We're talking about a person who executed people to brag about it, to get money for it." Along with Thomas, police say 4 adults were also involved in the various shootings. They are Carl Godfrey, Jason Gray, Mario Gordon, and Con Intimate. They've all been indicted on a long list of charges, including aggravated murder.
And our prosecutors believe Thomas was trying to prove himself as a hired killer, and that's why he was involved at least 2 of these cases. The gunmen were hired to kill their victims, according to prosecutors. Reporting live, Brian Hemrick, WLWT News 5.
So, yeah, I wish I could say I'm stunned when you hear the age of 14, but sadly, Brian, we're hearing that age all too often connected to crimes just like this. Because of the age, though, what kind of time could Thomas face for those crimes that were committed?
Yeah, Mike, he's been bound over to the adult court now, which means he'll be tried as an adult, so he faces life in prison. Mike?
All right, so that definitely changes the game when you get tried as an adult. Brian Hamrick live for us tonight. Brian, thanks so much.
Accused of being involved in a for-hire scheme that led to several slayings in 2020 and 2021, has been indicted on 27 counts. And Fox 19 Morgan Parrish has the story.
That's right, 16-year-old Mikeem Thomas was arraigned here at the Hamilton County Courthouse earlier this morning. Now he is being tried as an adult, and today Judge Goring set his bond at $2.7 million, and Thomas pleaded not guilty.
I'm hoping that we can get justice and a lifetime sentence for this person who's caused havoc in our families and other people's families.
Mikeem Thomas appeared in court this morning via Zoom for his arraignment. He's indicted on 6 counts of murder, 14 counts of felonious assault, 2 counts of aggravated robbery, 2 counts of robbery, and 3 counts of attempted murder. Prosecutors say Thomas was involved in 3 fatal shootings in 2021, all which happened within a 3-week span. One of those who died was 19-year-old Terrence North.
I am hoping that we get an outcome that is, good for us, because we have a lifetime of misery without our grandson, without my grandson, without our loved one, and it not only affects me, but it affects my whole family.
Terrence was shot and killed along Saturn Avenue in South Fairmont back in February of 2021. His grandmother tells me these last couple of years have not been easy.
Well, it's been touch and go for me. Good days, bad days, but we try. we continue to move it forward and do what we need to do. You know, just as a family, and I get weak, but I don't have to be the strength for everyone.
But thanks to her faith in God and her family by her side, Angela Smith tells me she'll continue to push through, one day at a time.
I know that we have friends and family who's been in prayer for us and who has kept praying for us to get us through this. So I know that's what has been the biggest factor for us.
Now we're still waiting to find out when that next court hearing will be, and as soon as we get some more details, we'll be sure to bring you the latest. Reporting downtown, I'm Morgan Parrish, Fox 19 Now.
This is going to be the story of a child lost, figuratively and literally. What up, though? Shit got Popalot. We back on MOBB shit. We just pulled up on the guys in Ohio. We headed to the Natty. All my guys, if I got any in Cincinnati, y'all head downstairs and run that comment box up. Today, I'm going to do my best to tell you guys the story of a Cincinnati teenager by the name of Mikeem Thomas. The Cincinnati Police Department and the media would paint Mikeem Thomas as an aspiring hitman or a one-man reign of terror. But if you from the hood and you look deep into his story, you would see that he was just another young nigga lost that fell under bad wings. One of the first things that I came across when I started researching Mikeem Thomas was the fact that he had went missing on the 12th of January in 2021. The online bulletin would link him to the city of Cincinnati, and it would urge anybody having any information about his whereabouts to contact the Cincinnati Police Department. And then, not long, you'll get to the 27 counts that he's charged with, including 6 murders, and a whopping $2.7 million bail that he's being held on. Then, once you get past all the big stuff that's meant to catch your eye, like the high bail number, the amount of counts he's charged with, the amount of murders he's charged with, you start to hone in on the dates. That same month he went missing, he would be charged in connection to a murder in Avondale, along with 4 men, Jason Gray, Carl Godfrey, Mario Gordon, and Con Inabit. Not sure if it was then and there when he seen exactly how easy it was to commit murder, but he was off to the races after that. And the first of the contract killings that they allege he's involved with was only 15 days from when he was reporting missing. So on February 1st, 2021, he would use Facebook to set up a meeting with 2 people. That meeting would result in the death of a guy by the name of Terrence North. And 15 seemed like it's going to be a key number because it would be 15 days from that attack on February the 16th, 2021, where they would say that he was one of 3 gunmen that shot 3 people. That shooting would leave 2 of the men seriously injured, with one of them, DeAndre Otis, dying from his gunshot wounds. Only 2 days after that murder on February 18th, 2021, they will also link him to the murder of a guy by the name of Donald Steele in the city of Millvale. Now, for the people not hip to mob ties or either just getting familiar, you would probably look at this and say, well, this is just an isolated event. This is really not going on everywhere. But to the people that are tuned in, you know that exactly the same thing is going on everywhere, especially in the big cities, as we done covered guys like Iquan Warlick in New York, who is right around the same age, maybe a little bit older. We covered Tyrone Steele very recently in New Orleans, but I also remember covering kids in Philly and a few more other cities. The only thing I could really think is isolated about this specific event is the fact that he was 14 when he took his first life, which means the killers are getting younger and younger. Now, here at Mob Ties, we don't knock hustles, we support them. But even regardless of that, if you come from the streets or know anything about the streets, it would be hard not to relate with Mikeem Thomas or put yourself in his shoes with being a 14-year-old on the streets in the cold with the wild. And I don't find no coincidence in it at all that from a month from when he went missing, he would be charged with 6 murders, especially in this day and age, as it's easier to kill than it is to hustle. But the story of Mikeem Thomas should be a cautionary tale, especially the fathers, because this is exactly what happens to our sons when we not there. because with the state looking to charge him as an adult, you could really say that he threw his life away for 1 month when he was 14 years old. But I really need to know what all y'all think. Are the killers getting even younger? I know we had guys like Shorty Pop in the history of the streets, but it could be the emergence of the internet, but I just feel like it's more of them. If y'all feel like that, y'all let me know why. Y'all make sure y'all hit that red bell and that subscribe right under this video so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. And I'm definitely waiting to see what y'all think about this situation in the comment box. Y'all get down there, y'all let me know what cities we need to go to, what stories we need to tell, what gangsters we need to cover, what I got wrong, am I wrong on this situation. And if y'all need to get at me directly, y'all already know y'all can tap in on Instagram, Twitter, POP_A_LOT. And we're going to be back with some more mob business before you know it. Popalot. Mob ties.